Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about miles and smiles. Alrighty, Roo. We're just about a week away from our annual vacation extravaganza. It happens every year. Maybe that's why they call it annual. And we're going to celebrate, in my case, and commiserate, in Tony's case, the hitching of two people's wagons together in the holy matrimony. Of course, long before we actually said I do, we had already realized that our hearts were in really good shape because the only thing that was going to come between them was God. And that was God, then Tony, and then everybody else. And then over the years, since we said I do, there's been a lot of miles, a lot of smiles, a few scrapes and bruises, and a ton of beautiful memories to get, put down there. And I once heard somebody say that the only way, that God's got a great sense of humor and the best way to make him smile is to say out loud, I've got plans, and declare them. And that's exactly how things are going to go. And I can tell you that the first thing that you can do is enjoy the journey, because that's exactly what's going to happen, and the destination will always take care of itself, especially if you've got kids. An example of that is, think of the Israelites when they left Egypt. God knew exactly where they were going to end up. And here's a hint. It wasn't going to take 40 years if they took a straight line. But God led them through the wilderness for 40 years, not because they needed 40 years to get there, because he knew that they needed 40 years to become the people that they needed, that journey to become the people that they needed to be when they got there. The man that stood in front of Tony back in 2004 was the best man I could be at the chapel in the garden in Port Orange. But she and God turned me into a much better person in 2019 when we renewed our vows in the garden chapel in Israel. And then, thanks to God's grace and Tony, I'll be a better man today. I'll be a better man when we celebrate number 22, when we head north and visit our beloved niece and nephew and newborn baby in just a few days. The Bible verses today are both from the Song of Songs, chapter 2, 8 verses 17, and chapter 4, 9 verses 16. And do you have any, as far as questions, do you have any memories of your special day or special person that you'd like to share? And what's the one thing that's made your journey sweeter over the years? For me, heck, that's easy. It's my wing girl that's always gone with me. God bless. Have a great day.